All right. Hi, everybody. This is Annie Rose again. It's good to see you tonight, or for you to see me, for that matter. Tonight's live training on Carrot Bars University is going to be about where do new customers come from and getting new customers. Something that we all need to be learning about and thinking about as we're building our Carrot Bars business. And again, customers can turn into promoters, gold promoters, or affiliate, but we want to start at the customer level because not everybody really wants to do a business, believe it or not. There are a lot of people out there that just want to start a gold savings plan. And we're worldwide, and our whole appeal is to the masses. As we know, and you guys know, gold is just not about wealthy people anymore. Gold is now, because of Carrot Bars International, for everybody. And they can start their savings for as little as €50 or $67, $68 a month. So again, tonight's topic, for those that just joined us, is where do you get new customers from, and how do you get new customers, getting new customers. So I'm going to put a question to you, and hopefully everybody here has already watched 2 short video clips in the training section of Carrot Bars University. If you have not, and what your homework is to go to the part of the university, you can go up to the top tab where it says trainings, and then sales trainings, okay? And there's 2 sales trainings there. There's several all the way across, but there's one near the beginning that's called Where Do New Customers Come From? And there's one towards the end of the list that says Getting New Customers. They are excellent. I've watched them over and over and over again. But let me ask you guys this tonight. How do you get customers? I mean, think about it. Advertising, word of mouth, running into people, getting to know people. All of those that are going to pop into your mind, though, are what everybody else is doing. So I'm going to challenge you guys to be creative about getting new customers. And you want to have a competitive edge. And there's a little risk taking involved, or more it's trial and error. That's just what it's all about. When I first got started in my previous company, about a year into it, my mentor at the time, I wasn't getting where I wanted to go. That's all there was to it. And I spoke about him last week, and he told me to put the blinders on and run the race. Okay, so I put the blinders on. I'm ready to run the race, and now what? Okay. And he got me to thinking about how could I build a customer base differently than everyone else was doing. So I went after some print advertising. At that time was more apropos. Really, it isn't these days. But I learned how to write copyright. And you guys, and you can use your advertising on social media. You know, there's many ways I would recommend online now to do advertising. And you want to catch somebody's attention right away. It's very important. 2 to 3 lines at the most. And at that time, I was marketing some products, a group of products called the blood sugar pack that help diabetics. And so the ad that I came up with and I used in USA Today for 8-9 years was diabetes breakthrough, millions affected, millions made. That ad pulled. I tried other verbiage. That by far was the rest. And again, it's trial and error. I mean, you have to be creative in finding new customers, new ways that not everybody else is doing. So tonight I'm going to challenge you guys to be creative. Challenge your teams. Go to Barnes & Noble. They've books there. You can get books about copyright, and you can learn for free there the best way to target your customer audience for Carrot Bars. Tired of watching your 401k? Stop the bleeding. But study and go for it. Social media is huge. You can advertise, as I said, in many, many places on the web. So that is one challenge tonight, and challenge your team as leaders to come up with creative ideas of getting new customers. Give yourself a competitive edge. The second topic that I want to go into tonight is getting new customers. First we talked about where do they come from. Okay, where are you going to find them? But now, how do you go about getting them? And the bottom line is that most people sniff a salesman coming. All right. And if you think about it, I used to own retail clothing stores many years ago, and I taught all my girls, because think about when you walk into a clothing store or a jewelry store, or for the guys, I don't know, outdoor store, and a sports store, guys and girls, and the salesperson walks up to you and goes, "May I help you?" 9 times out of 10, and I'm not saying when you're going for something specific in a sporting goods store, but let's say a clothing store, guys or women. "May I help you?" "I'm just looking." "No, I'm just looking." Well, no, I'm just looking. I'll let you know when I need you." Isn't that our first reaction? "Oh, don't sell me anything. I'm here to look. I'm here to look." Okay. So I taught my sales girls at the clothing stores that I had in Colorado that never do that. You just don't do that. You walk around, you go to the racks, you start straightening something, you say close by. You could strike up a conversation like, "Those are really cute shoes," or, "Oh, it's been so busy today. It's nice to have a break. It's not as busy right now." But make it about wanting to get to know them. Like, how's the weather out there? Is it snowing? Strike up a conversation. Build a relationship. Don't sell them. Have them want to come to you for help. It's the same with Carrot Bars. It's the same with gold savings plans. Unless you have a literal storefront or something like a bank where people are coming in there to open savings plans, and even in that case, you want to build the relationships first. And sometimes that takes some, you want to create a fun way. You want to be maybe a customer of them first. Okay, so maybe you've got some local businesses around town or in your city, or restaurants in your area that you want to target for gold savings plans. All right, because we're talking about group acquisition pretty much tonight. So you go in there and you have some dinner and you strike up a conversation, or you go in and you frequent the place. Okay, become a customer of theirs first. All right, again, you build the relationship. Once you've become their customer, they are much more open, and they're going to ask you about what you do. So what do you do? "I just love this restaurant. That's why I come here so much." Could you sit down with me? And the owner comes over and says hi, and it's not that busy, and just say, "Would you like to sit down and chat for a minute? I like your restaurant so much." Or maybe if you're not brave enough to do that, you just start talking to them, building that relationship, and then they will ask you, "Well, what do you do?" "Oh, I open gold savings plans. I help people save in gold." "Really?" "Yeah, I help businesses also offer to their employees to save in gold." Managers of stores, restaurants, whatever. "Well, I'm a manager of a restaurant." "Yeah, well, no kidding." Okay, so here we go. It's so important, guys, to do this, to build relationships with people. You're going to be a customer service person for them as time goes on, for their employees and so forth. But you don't want to hit them up right away with, "Hi, I'm a salesperson. I'm here to sell you gold." You just won't get very far that way. And you want to create ways to have fun with what you do. Always keep it light. It's hotels now, when you go in, sometimes they, well, in Mexico, of course, they have champagne at the door, but different businesses now are learning to create ways to have fun when their customers come in. So think about that. And, you know, on social media, you can tell jokes, so forth. But it's really, really important. And please go to use the training that is available here at Karatbars University. It is so phenomenal. So again, for people that write this down, okay, if you haven't done so, I would recommend tonight doing it. And then plan to make some calls afterwards, because you should get your juices going from watching these 2 videos on sales training. So go to the trainings at the top of Karatbars University, click on training, and then the 2 videos that are pertinent for tonight are where do new customers come from and getting new customers, how to get them. And once again, I learned from my mentor, you know, when he taught me how to go after diabetics, and he said, you know, when they call on the ad, what are you going to say? And I said, well, I'm going to call them back, and I'm going to say, you called about my ad, you know, what interested you or whatever. No. You know what he said? He said, his name was Doug Jackson. He said, when you call them back, you say, I'm returning your call. You left a message on my diabetes breakthrough. Can you tell me, are you diabetic? Are you type 1 or 2? And all of a sudden they're going, she's interested in me. Yeah, I'm type 1 diabetic, or I'm type 2 diabetic. Oh, are you on insulin or pills? Actually, I'm on pills, but they're not working so well. What's your blood sugar running? Oh, 180 on a good day, 250 on a bad. Oh, that's not good. How are you feeling? I don't feel well at all. I am tired all the time. I'm starting to get numbness in my feet, my hands. You know, I'm worried. Well, do you watch your diet? Well, you know, that's probably the last question, because then they're right at that point, they're waiting for you to tell them what you have. But you've already built a relationship. You're caring about that person. I can't emphasize that enough. So he taught me that. But then something else that I just want to tell you, my mentor told me many, many years ago. It was the first time that I had to get up and speak to a big audience. And it was for my company. It was at a company event. And I get stage fright. I was a nervous wreck. I'm actually very shy. It's unbelievable, but I am, or some people think it is. And he said, Annie, get up there, and the first thing you're going to want to say to everyone there, because this is pretty much, you know, it's a sales training, it's a seminar. Look out across the room and say, everybody in the world is walking around with an umbilical cord in their hand. And if you give them a place to plug it in, they will be yours for life. So I never forgot that. Just like the blinders on running the race, I never forgot it. Again, you need to give them a place to plug in. Your customers, your prospective gold affiliates. Give them a home, make them feel part of. As you get to know them first, as you're building the relationship, and then after they open their gold savings accounts, they're still part of your family. Whether they're customers or affiliates, they are part of your family for life. They will be yours for life as long as you give them a place to plug in and you're there for them and you feed them. So I also want to just say, please, I have been doing this. Every single person that I bring in to Karatbars, it's pretty much a requirement if I'm going to work with them, that they go through the training here at Karatbars, because we're evolving together. And it is such phenomenal training, and it has increased my volume tremendously just in the few short weeks that I've been using it. And some of my teammates, as we go through Carrot Bars University together and as we do orientations, they're showing me some things I haven't found. So it's a learning process together on the university. Go for it. Last week I challenged you. It's March 1st. We talked about team building. We talked about setting goals, what you guys are going to do for the month of March. What type of person are you going to go after? What type of prospects? Make sure you go back and watch the recordings over again and take notes like I've been doing. And again, go to Barnes & Noble, pull out some books. You could probably look it up on the internet on copywriting before you run ads, whether they're internet ads or, if you do, print ads, although they are becoming less and less effective. Learn. It's free. And remember also, when you're trying creative and new ideas to get customers, that it is trial and error, and you will have some errors. But when you hit one that works, it'll be well worth it. And last but not least, and I just want to say to you, I know Max says it, and I feel the same way. I love you guys, and I'm a winner. You're a winner. Winners win. After this training tonight, go watch those 2 videos and make some calls, whether they're to your teammates or prospects or whatever. Winners win. Go out and win. Go for the gold. Good night, everybody. God bless.